Thank you for joining me at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Melissa Delp. Do you think you can get your team to guess 5 words in 1 minute? What if you have a limited number of clues you can give? What if it's 25 words or less? 25 words or less is a team versus team word game for 4 or more players. It takes about 30 minutes to play and is based on the TV game show with the same name. It's published by the Op, who sponsored this How to Play video. I'm going to cover setup and then gameplay, and I've added timestamps in the video to help you navigate to different sections. Place the board within reach of the players. Take a stack of cards and place them face down in the middle of the board. Place the sand timer nearby. Decide if you're going to play with the blue answers on the cards or the white answers. For each round, use the same color. The last thing you need to do is divide into 2 teams. Each team needs at least 2 players, and if you have an odd number of players, it's okay if the teams are uneven. Now that everything is set up, you're ready to learn how to play. In 25 words or less, your team is competing against another team to be the first to earn 10 clue cards. Each round is played in 2 phases, the bidding phase and then the guessing phase. In the bidding phase, each team chooses a member to be the clue giver. Then the 2 clue givers draw the top card from the deck and look at the 5 answers. Remember to look at the answers in the color that was chosen at the beginning of the game, either blue or white. After looking at the card for a few seconds, the 2 clue givers will bid for the opportunity to give clues to their team. In the first round, choose a team to bid first. In later rounds, alternate which team bids first. The currency you're bidding is how many words you're allowed to say as a clue giver. The starting bid must be between 25 and 20 words. For example, clue giver A says 20 words. Clue giver B counters with 18 words. Then A says 15 words. B doesn't want to go lower, so drops out. So Team A is going to play this round. Clue giver B becomes the judge and places the sand timer on the amount the other clue giver bid. In this example, 15. Now you move on to the guessing phase. The winning clue giver needs to get their team to guess all 5 words within a minute and without saying more words than their bid. The guessers can say as many words as they want. The judge will move the sand timer for every word the clue giver says, except yes, correct, and pass. Those are the only free words you get. So if a clue giver says animal orange, I mean yellow, that's 5 words, even though I mean are just filler words. As the clue giver, there are some things you're allowed to do and some things that you're not. You can do these things. Use the word blank, as in New York blank, when the answer is city. Use vocal inflections and leading phrases like bread and, when the answer is butter. Say pass if you get stuck and want to move on to another answer. You can tackle the answers on the card in any order. You don't have to start with the first word. And you should listen carefully to the guessers and say correct when someone gets the right answer. But there are some things that you can't do. Don't use the phrases rhymes with or sounds like. Don't use gestures or motions. Don't use any part of the answer in your clue. Puts out fires is not a valid clue for the answer firefighter or fireman. When the judge flips the sand timer, it's time for the clue giver to get going. The clue giver continues until one of these things happens. If the clue giver says more words than their bid, or if they run out of time, the other team steals the card. The other team also gets the card if the clue giver breaks one of those rules by doing a don't. If the clue giver's team guesses all 5 words within the time limit and the clue limit, they win the card. Then you pick 2 new clue givers and begin again with the bidding phase. You continue playing until one team has collected 10 cards. So here's an example of the clues I might give for this card. cheap, buy. Boat, dock, long. Yellow puppet, sesame. King, headwear. Truman, blank. That's 12 words. Of course, if my team struggles with a clue, I could give more words. I just want to make sure I don't go over my bid limit. And of course, I need to be quick. That 60-second timer goes fast. So what strategy will your team employ? Bid aggressively for the opportunity to give clues? Or maybe try to stick it to the other team and hope they fail? Whatever you choose, you have to do it in 25 words or less. In the bidding phase, each team chooses a member to be the clue giver. Clue giver?
Clue giver.